This video chart presentation of LifeVantage Corp. This is a bulletin board listed company trading under ticker LFVN. It's going to take a look at a different kind of chart. Obviously, with the markets taking the beating that there are just tons of bottom plays. But with so much indecision going on right now, finding bottoms can be a little bit tough because there just doesn't seem to be a bottom in sight for a lot of different plays. So I thought we'd take a look at one that's been on a real nice climb and primarily holding its gains even while the market's been sliding. And you can see LifeVantage from all the way down here around 33 cents. Went up and broke through $2, still holding right around that $1.50 range. So it's got a pretty nice look in a kind of tight channel. Take a look at some indicators, come back and identify some support and resistance levels. MACD, couple ways right there. Kind of look at that wedge it's got going on, been sliding off. Looks like a bullish cross is happening though. Histogram bars have popped back through zero. Still too early on to really define it as a channel. But if it does make a rotation through here, completes a higher low, we'll look for something along those lines to be established. Similar look to the PPO, ADX very neutral. All three components basically tucked together, holding right around 20. Followers of our charts know that I'm not going to be a big fan of that. Pretty big separation away from the 14 and 21. You see last time it did that, sharp move back downward. That was right through here. Kind of fell through a little bit of a support level that it had. Did make a new one, trying to rotate off of it. When I see that big separation, an indicator like the MFI with three different components in it, I do get a little bit leery that it might try and pull back down. Just something to pay attention to and to note. But it's not the be-all, end-all, because you are seeing a pretty nice uptrend overall in the accumulation distribution. Getting some mixed signals from the shake and money flow, but still holding in the green. Buying pressure still overcoming selling pressure. And in the kind of bearish climate that's going on with the markets right now, that's still a good sign it's holding up in those levels and holding its own. CCI with an uptrend. Short term, full still making a push. A little bit longer term, basically a wedge look, but holding in bull chart territory. Tricks also looks like a bullish cross could be coming. RSI is treading right there around the middle of the road, leaning towards the bullish side of things, but not getting any strong signs from the RSI either. I left this scaled out to a 9-month chart. I perhaps could have zoomed it in. But if this does want to slide back, I'd want to see the support level around $1.30 hold. See it closed at $1.43, which makes the play kind of conservative, which is something you're looking for in these volatile markets. Stocks that are holding levels and even trying to move upward, just a good sign of strength for the company at this point. So in any slip backwards, I'm going to look for that $1.30 to hold. Worst case scenario, perhaps $1.20, but I have my eye on $1.30 at this point. On the upside, top end resistance going to come in there around $1.62. First and foremost, I'm going to look at that $1.50 area. Had a tough time with it in July. Certainly established itself as a resistance level, making a little rounded bottom right now. And I'm going to want to see if it can take that out. The idea in mind of trying to make a new higher high and pushing through $1.62. It's a relatively low volume play, 46,000 shares traded. That's a little bit less than normal for it. It can put together some pretty decent days. And I'd like to see the volume bar start picking up a little bit. This is going to come up here and try and push through the $1.50. And certainly like to see a bigger spike. It's going to try and take out the $1.60 mark. Beyond that, there's not a ton of resistance. A little bit in the way right there, around $1.75 or so. But certainly stiffening around $2. Large move from where it is, almost 50%. Not something I hang my hat on trying to happen over the next day or two. All in all, a pretty nice chart that LifeVantage has going on. And we're going to keep this on the watch list and see where it goes from here. But as always, this is merely my interpretation of the LFVN chart. Thank you for watching and trade smart.